Welcome back to the Nullified Take channel here on YouTube, where I've got the TNT takes for you on the shows you love to watch. That's right, I'm your host Chris, and I'm back with a bit of an update of the channel, and specifically, I want to go through a few items, things that are coming up from now until the end of the year, as we are very quickly approaching the end of 2022, heading into 2023. This is going to be the very first year that I've had this channel, and I want to thank everybody for joining in and being a part of this journey. It has been amazing to do this. I love doing it. I want to do it for a very long time in the future, and I'm extremely amped because behind the scenes, I've been working very hard to network and get in with the people at Channel 10 and Paramount Plus to potentially work on some content for the Challenge Australia, which now we know that the Challenge Australia is going to be premiering on November the 14th, which is next week, and we're going to have some great content leading into the end of the year. It's a lot of content at the same time because obviously the Challenge 38 is still going as well. I didn't think that the Challenge Australia would be released so soon, but I'm ready and I'm amped to go. Special shout out to Mark Wales from Australian Survivor, who put me in touch with people over at Channel 10 and Paramount Plus that ultimately has now given me verbal confirmation that I can cover exit interviews for Australian Challenge, I almost said Australian Survivor, for the Challenge Australia here on the Nullified Take channel, which I'm so excited about because I don't know who else is going to give you this coverage, but you're going to get it here with me. I'm also currently talking to some people who potentially could be my co-hosts on a recap if I was to do the recap each week. Worst case scenario, if it doesn't work out with the people that I'm talking to, I've got the confidence that I can jump on here and do this thing myself and talk about each episode. I'm looking forward to covering it here, and I'm amped and ready to go. So expect to see some Challenge Australia content dropping on the Nullified Take. Now, if you're someone that has never really watched the Challenge, you didn't even watch the Challenge USA, which would be surprising because a lot of people on the channel also watches Survivor and The Amazing Race, and there were Amazing Race people and Survivor players in the Challenge USA, but the Challenge is a competitive reality TV show where there's strategy involved. You've got to vote people out, you've got to win daily challenges to be able to gain power, and then if you get thrown into an elimination situation by either the house or whoever won the daily challenge, you get an opportunity to save yourself in an elimination head-to-head with someone else. So even if you're outside of the numbers, you can fight your way technically to the end of the game. So it's a very exciting TV show. I've noticed that Channel 10 and Paramount Plus is putting an immense amount of marketing behind this. I wouldn't be surprised if it is the same people that actually did the marketing for Australian Survivor. It does look like they really want to amp this thing up to be the next big reality TV show here in Australia. I'm hoping it takes off and that we see many seasons after this, even after they've done the global showpiece where everybody is going to go head-to-head against each other. You're going to have the Challenge USA winners, the Challenge Argentina, the Challenge UK, and then the Challenge Australia winners go head-to-head to become the ultimate global challenge champion. So exciting stuff ahead. If you're still sad that I'm not covering the Challenge 38, at some point I may be on as a guest with both Drew and Chantal to talk about my thoughts on 38 when we get towards the end of the season, because I'm still watching it behind the scenes. I just haven't been able to cover it here on the channel to date. Now, that's the first part of the update. The second part is that I do want to do a reward show for Survivor on the channel. Maybe I'll make it a little bit wider in the future and I'll include all of the reality TV shows that I'm watching. But for now, as you guys know, Survivor, if you can't tell by the buffs in the back, is my first love when it comes to reality TV. So I want to do a reward show where we look at a few different categories, and I do have them written down here. So we're going to be looking at the best season, and this will include those Survivor South Africa, the Survivor South Africa season. It will include Australian Survivor as well as Survivor 42 and 43. We're going to look at the most entertaining outcast, who made the biggest move, who had the best underdog story, the biggest lock for an all-star season, the best pre-merger, the best player not to win, the best winner, Hall of Fame entries for the US for 2022-23, and that's for all seasons, and then also Hall of Fame entries for the international version, which would include both South Africa and also Australia. So those are going to be the categories at this point. And then how I want to get the audience involved here and people that are listening to this channel is I also want the People's Choice Award. So who do you choose to be a person that should be rewarded at the end of this year? And I want to make this an annual thing where we do it at the end of each year. We'll talk about all the seasons, and we'll have some categories. I'm happy to do something like this for the challenge. I feel like the challenge could fit into this better than maybe the Amazing Race, because we get more seasons per year in general. And those are kind of the two shows I think sort of fits into it the best. But I'm interested to hear your feedback. What do you think about the fact that I'm going to be covering the Challenge Australia? I'm going to be doing exit interviews here. Are you as excited as I am? And also, what do you think about potentially this reward show that I want to do at the end of the year, that I want to make an annual thing? Do you want me to try and invite some other YouTubers and get them involved in the conversation? I'd be happy to talk to other YouTubers to get their takes. The only problem is that I do think a lot of the YouTubers that I talk to, they don't always watch the international version as well as the US version, which makes it hard for them to have a comment or a feedback on some of those international players that may once win some of these rewards at the end of this show. In any case, I just wanted to jump on here because I was amped when I got the news. I wanted to let you guys in on it, and I want to do more of these types of updates as we continue to evolve this channel in the future. So let me know your thoughts, comment below, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and help this channel continue to grow. Thank you so much for sticking with me, and see you guys next time. Bye.